What is up, guys? I'm Uriel Soto, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a custom product page using Elementor Pro. Now this is going to help you convert your website visitors into customers. Now the product page that we're going to be creating is this one right here. Now it's all completely mobile optimized. You just go ahead and make this a little bit larger, and let's just bring this down and just show you how mobile optimized it is. There you go. Now, if you guys want to learn how to create this custom product page, go ahead and stick around. Now, you are going to need Elementor Pro. I use this on all my websites. I can't recommend it enough. It makes life so much easier when it comes to building websites. So I highly recommend you guys get Elementor Pro. I'll have a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link. I do get some commission. And if you do want to support the channel and also support me, go ahead and check it out. Now, if you are building just one website, I would just get the $49 a year. That will cover pretty much everything just for one website. If you have maybe 2 or 3 websites, and you can get the $100 a year. And if you're an agency, I highly suggest you getting the $200 a year, just because you don't want to be paying these fees every single time you have to build a website for your client. But that's pretty much it. If you guys don't have Elementor Pro, do not worry. I honestly highly suggest just getting the Kadence theme. It is free, and it does come with a product page that looks pretty nice, and you can customize it a little bit, but it is a little bit similar to the one that we're building. It's probably just not as custom. So if you guys want to check out that video, I have it on my channel. It's called the Beth e-commerce theme, something like that. Maybe I'll have a link right above here somewhere, so you guys can check that out. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and create this product page. So let's begin. Now we're going to be customizing this product page here. As you can tell, it doesn't look very great. It's very simple. So the first thing that we need to do is head over to our dashboard and go to your themes. Now I would advise that you use a Hello theme, just because the Hello theme works great with Elementor, and you won't have that many styling issues. If you're using a different theme, you may have some styling issues, and you may have to adjust stuff according to your theme. I'll give you an example of that probably later on in the video, but I would highly advise you to use the Hello theme. Now the next thing that we need is Elementor Pro, so make sure you have that installed. So from here, we're going to want to head over to our templates and then theme builder. And then go ahead and click on add new. And then make sure you choose product, a single product. And then go ahead and just type in whatever you want to name your single product template. I'm just going to call this one new product page, page design. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on create template. Now I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. Now we're just going to start from scratch here. So the first thing that we need to do is add a section, and make sure your section has 2 columns. And then go ahead and click on your section, and let's add some spacing at the top here. Click advanced, go to padding, and then go ahead and do about 100 from the top and 100 from the bottom. Now we might change this later on. We might change the sizing later on, but for now we're going to leave it at this size. So now go back to your elements by clicking this box here at the top. Now we need to just add our image here. And go ahead and grab your product images, drag that right over here on the left column, and then leave that as is. We won't really be adjusting this too much. Now go back to your elements, and then look for your breadcrumbs, which is right down here under WooCommerce. Grab WooCommerce breadcrumbs and drag it over to the right side of your column. So the next thing that we need to do is grab our product title. So go ahead and just drag that over. And there we have it. and we want to just add some stylizing to this. So go to Style, and we're going to make the color black. Now, of course, you can choose whatever color you want, but I'm going to leave that as black for now. And I'm going to make sure that my font is set to Roboto, and then I'm going to make my my size of my font a little bit bigger, probably about this size here, about 40, do about 45. And we might adjust that later on. As you can tell, there's some spacing here, right in between our breadcrumb and our product title. So I want to eliminate this spacing. So go ahead and click on your breadcrumb element here, and then go into Advanced, and then go to your margins, and then from the bottom we want to go all the way down from the negative until we bring our product title right above our breadcrumb, just like this, and we just leave a little bit of spacing there. Now go back to your elements, and then what I would suggest doing, instead of adding your rating, what usually we would add next is our product rating. Now, most products off the bat are not going to have a rating. So, since this product page is mainly more geared towards getting conversions, I'm going to remove this default rating, and I'm going to add my own 5-star rating. Now, I'm just going to type in star, and then we're going to be using the star rating here. So go ahead and drag that and have it right under your product title. Now, we want to make sure that our star here is a little bit closer to our cocoa cream. So actually, I think it would be better if we have this right, actually right under would be better. And then let's go ahead and just remove that spacing here. So go to your margin, and then go to from the top, you want to just bring this down a bit. There we go. Now that's perfect. Now you can go ahead and adjust it. Just make sure that you selected your star here. Go to Style, and then you can adjust the sizing of this. You want to make it a little bit bigger, probably about this size would be fine. Now off the bat, I think that looks pretty decent right there. Now what we want to do is go back to your elements. Now the next thing that we want to do is add our product price. So go ahead and grab your product price widget, and then just drag it right over. Make sure it's right under your rating. So let's just try to drop this here. There we go. And then let's change our color to red. So let's click on our global color, and let's use this red here. And let's make the sizing of this font about 30. That's perfect. Now let's go to Advanced, and let's go ahead and unselect this. And from the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and just bring this all the way down to the negative, because I want my description to be a little bit closer. And make this about 21. I think that's fine. And then I did want to mention, guys, that I kind of forgot to add the price pretty much on the entire video. So I'm just kind of adding this section here just so then you guys know that you guys are supposed to add your price. I just completely forgot when I was creating the video, but you'll notice in the next portion I won't have the price on here. I'll just have the description, but at least you guys will know how it's supposed to look like. But other than that, just continue with the tutorial. Let's go ahead and grab our description here, and it should be this one here, short description. And let's just drag that right under our star here. There we go. Now I want to go ahead and just adjust this a little bit. So you can change the color of your text. I'm going to leave it at maybe a little, not too dark, just a little bit gray. And then from here, we can adjust the sizing of our text. I'm going to leave it at 17, and our font is going to be Roboto, but you can just set your default font as Roboto and just go ahead and choose default. then I'm gonna add some spacing to this because we want to make sure that we have some spacing on this. We don't want it to be too clunked up together. So just make sure you add some spacing to about, I think this is fine. 1.7 should be good. Okay, now this is looking great. So now we just need to add our add to cart button. So go ahead and drag and drop it right under our short description. Now we're gonna have this clunky looking button. Now we just need to add some stylizing to this. So on your alignment, make sure you set it to justified, and this is gonna make it full width. And then from here, we need to adjust our padding. So go ahead and click on this box to unselect it. And then from the top, let's do about 30. And from the bottom, let's do about 30 as well. And then let's go ahead and go into our typography. And let's make our text a lot larger. And let's make sure we have uppercase for our transform. We can maybe do about 20. Let's see how 20 looks. 20 can work, but I think 25, actually 20 is perfect. I think 25 just looks way too large, but you know, you can use 25. All right, now the next thing that we need to do is just adjust our quantity box. But let me go ahead and add a color to this. I'm gonna go ahead and just use a red color. So from your background color, go ahead and add a red. Now, don't add a very vibrant red. It doesn't really look the best. We want a more darker red. A more darker, lighter, sort of like this. This is perfect. I'll add this color in the description if you guys need it. If I don't, just go ahead and let me know. And then also make sure you always save your colors as well. Just go ahead and click on this plus sign and then click create to save the red, just in case we need it later on. Okay, so now we need to adjust our quantity. So go ahead and click on your quantity box here and expand that. And now we need to go ahead and work on our padding here. Now just go ahead and make it, let's see. Go ahead and have that at 0 and then unselect this. Now this part here, we just need to make the top and bottom bigger. So we might do, let's see if we do 20 by 20. No, that doesn't work there. Let's do 30. Do 25 by 25. Now we might just adjust this. It might be a little bit different for yours. And now let's make our button a little bit bigger here. So we might actually need to adjust our spacing. So give me one sec here. Don't worry, we'll make that a lot smaller. I'm just adjusting the button right now. I might even make it 30. And then I'm going to make this a little bit smaller here. I do about 15 and about 15 from this side. Let's do about 16. Just so then we can all get it aligned properly. 17 from the looks of it. There we go. Perfect. Now we can adjust the topography of this as well. You can adjust the font if you wanted to, but I'm gonna leave it as is. Then I'm just gonna adjust my color here. I don't want it that black. I just want a little bit gray, so I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it at this gray color right here. You could even choose your secondary. I even think that's fine as well. Now let's go ahead and just publish this. And let's just save this for now. I'm not gonna add it to the product pages yet. So now I'm just gonna view this here. Click preview. There we go. Now we don't see our product image yet, but once we go ahead and choose a product, we'll see our product image. So don't worry too much about that. I just want to make sure that everything works properly as well. Okay, everything's looking great. Now, if we did want to adjust this border color, we can do that as well. So we can make this just a little bit gray here instead of really black. I'm gonna probably have it about this color here. I think that'll look fine. Yep, that's fine as well. Okay. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and add some badges right under our add to cart button. So go to your elements and then scroll down to intersections and then drag that and add that right under your add to cart button. And we're going to have 3 columns on here. So just go ahead and right click this box and then add a new column. And now we have 3 columns here. Now we just need to add some adjustments here. So click on your section and then go to style, go to background, and I'm going to add a gray background here. Not too gray, just a little gray. I'll probably add these colors in the description just in case. Maybe this one be a little bit less gray. That probably should be good. And I'm going to go to border. And I'm going to add a border to the left side. So make sure it's solid. And then unselect width. And then from the left, just do about 5. And then our color. Let's use one of our default colors here. Our global colors. Let's do let's see here, maybe a secondary. Nope, let's do a lighter. I actually want to do a lighter one. So let's do about this gray here, just 99.9. Now we can't see it yet. We just need to go ahead and add our icon badges. So the first one that we're going to do is a secure checkout badge. Go to your elements, type in icon, and we're going to be using our icon box. So just drag that over here, remove the text, the description, and we're going to call this secure checkout. And I'm going to go ahead and select an icon here. So I'm going to click on this icon box, and then I'm going to type in a lock, and we're going to be using this lock here. And then we're going to go to style, and we're going to adjust the size of our icon. Make it about this size. And then I'm going to adjust the color of this. I want a green color. So let's go ahead and choose the right green on here. I'm going to bring this down probably to, yep, this is a color here. I'm going to go ahead and use that color. And I'll have probably have these colors down in the description because I know you guys might need them. And then go back to content here. Actually, let's make this let's make this icon stacked. That's a lot better. Let's go to style, and let's adjust some of the padding on here. I think that looks good. Go to content, and let's adjust our text here. And let's just bring down our sizing to about 20. Or you can do 19 as long as it all fits. Our icon might be a little bit large, so I think I might make it a little bit smaller here. There we go. Okay. And for the color, you can also leave that as is. I'm gonna leave it at this gray color that's on there by default. That's fine. So then I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, and I'm gonna paste it right over here. And I'm gonna paste another one right over. Now we're just gonna go ahead and adjust this one here. Actually, let's go ahead and adjust this one first. So go ahead and click on your icon here. And sorry if I didn't make that clear. We're adjusting the one all the way at the end. So go ahead and just click on this icon right here. And then go ahead and click on your icon box and look for a truck. Type in truck. And we're going to be using this truck here. And for text, we're going to type in free shipping. But of course, if you're not offering free shipping on your website, you can go ahead and do fast shipping instead. But I'm going to just do free shipping. And then for right here, we can do something that maybe involves privacy. So let's do, let's type in maybe an I. Have a privacy policy or something like that. Okay, let's do privacy policy. That's fine. Or you can do privacy guaranteed or something. If you don't like privacy policy, you can put privacy guaranteed. So that's just entirely up to you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save this now. And I'm going to take a look. All right, that's looking perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some urgency to this product here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab an intersection. Scroll down and just grab this intersection and pop it right at the top here. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some text. So grab a heading, move this to the center, try and call this on sale. And then now go ahead and look for a timer. So grab this countdown timer here and drag it right on the right side of this column. And then go to style. And then go into content for now, and then go to digits here. And we just want to adjust the sizing real quick before I start to adjust the colors. I'm going to leave that at 25. And then the one at the bottom, I'm going to probably leave it a little bit smaller, maybe about 20. No, actually, let's do about 10 instead. Oh, that's a little bit too small. 15 might do it. 15 will do it. And then we're going to change the text here, the font. We're going to do Roboto. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to my digits here, and I'm going to adjust I'm going to add some spacing to this on the line height. Okay, that should be good there. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and maybe adjust, let's see here. Give us maybe a little more spacing here. I'm going to drag this one over a little bit. And then from here, I'm going to make my background white. And I'm going to go back to my text here. And I'm going to grab this red that we created earlier here. I believe it's this one here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use the same global red color for the bottom. All right. Now we just want to make this entire background red. So go ahead and click on this section here. Then go to Style. Go to Background Overlay. Or sorry, just Background. And then click on this this icon here. And for your color, use that same red that we were just using. There we go. And we might actually make this a little bit lighter. Let's see what happens here. Actually that works. Let's do this red instead. And then let's go ahead and center this on sale. So click on this column here, and then go to middle. Click on this text. Let's make that white so it pops out. And now I'm gonna adjust the edges on this section here. So click on this section, this intersection. Go to advanced. Sorry, go back to style. I think it's in border. Here we go. Go to border, and then add a radius of 5. There we go. So now we added a border radius here, and we smoothed out the edges. I honestly just think smoothing out the edges looks a lot cleaner, but that's entirely up to you. So now go ahead and click on this timer here, and we're going to smooth out the edges for these boxes as well. So on your border radius, do 5 as well. And there we go. Now we might move this over a little bit. We can, so about that size is fine. Now on this on cell, you can have it on the left or the right. On the left or the middle. It's up to you where you want to have it, where you think it looks best. I think the middle looks great to me. I'm gonna have it there on the middle. Okay. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and add some share buttons, and we're gonna do this at the bottom. Now don't worry, I'll show you guys how to mobile optimize all of this probably towards the end of the video once we add our entire layout here. So go ahead and add another intersection here right under the product image. And then I'm just going to grab the text, my heading here, pull that right in. And I'm going to look for social. Get my social icons. And then I'm going to type in share product. And I'm going to click on this column here. And from the vertical alignment, I'm going to go to middle. And then I'm going to click on this text here, this heading. Then I'm going to move this to the right. And then I'm going to go to style. I'm going to do about 400 for the weight. And then I'm going to adjust the sizing, and I'm going to make this a little bit small. Probably about that size. Now let's go ahead and click on our column here. Set this to the middle. And you'll see the difference right now, but just make sure you do that. And then go ahead and click on this social icons here. Go to your, actually, you know what? Go into your shape. Actually, you know what? That part doesn't matter because we're going to remove the background anyway. So go to style and then go to custom. And then for our primary, just remove the background. Make it transparent. And then for our secondary color, we're going to make that red. And we might use this red instead. And then I'm going to go ahead and adjust the sizing of these here. I'm going to move this to the left here on my alignment. So go back to content and then go to alignment to the left. And then I'm going to remove some spacing that we have on here as well. Move this padding here just a little bit. And then let's make the icons a little bit bigger. I think that's fine. Might do 20. I think 22 is good actually as well. Okay. And we're gonna we want this a little bit closer. So click on your section, and on your column gap, go ahead and remove that gap. That's better. Now, if you want where it says share product, go ahead and click on that, and at the end, you can go ahead and add some dots here. Okay. All right. It's looking good. Let's go ahead and just save this and see how this looks. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's go to our shop here. And go ahead and click on your specific product that you're selling. Let me go back here. Okay, so whenever you save this, go ahead and just go to display options, display conditions, and go to add condition, and make sure it's set to products, include on products, okay? And then click on save and close. I just forgot about that part. Sorry. So now go to your shop. Now go to your product here. And there we go. So now our product is on here and it's looking really good. So now we just need to go ahead and add our large description at the bottom and maybe add some related products. So go ahead and open a new section here. Click on the section. Let's add some padding to this. Let's do 100 from the top. Actually, let's do 50 from the top. I don't want that much spacing on this one. 50 from the top and 50 from the bottom. and then go to your background, and let's make sure that our background is a little bit gray here. So then it pops out a little bit. Now go back to your elements and go ahead and grab your product data tabs. So go ahead and grab this one here and then drag and drop it. There we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add some stylizing to this. I know that we're a little bit limited when it comes to this, but let's just do what we can here. So for our background color, let's just make this white. And for our border color, let's make this a little bit light gray. There we go, that works. Our text is fine, but you can make that maybe just a little bit more grayer instead. Maybe you don't want that too black. Now over here, you can adjust your color of your text here. Maybe we just want to leave that at that gray color. I think that's fine. You can even add a box shadow to this if that was something that you wanted to do. That might not look bad. Let me test this out real quick. Nah, I honestly don't really like that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think that's fine. Maybe let's add a border to this actually. That may be at 1. All right, let's go see how this looks like on the website here. Okay. Go back to my tabs here. And let's remove this border radius. I don't want this border radius at all. I might even remove the background. I might just leave it at transparent. I'm looking at this and it just, I don't know, it's not really looking the best, so. Might just leave it like this. Okay, I think that looks good anyway. That still looks pretty decent. Okay. I know we have this part here. Don't worry about that. It's not going to show up with your product. So if you go to your shop and then you view your product here, you'd see that it's actually set to tabs. So it's a little bit better there. Now, hopefully with your, maybe if you're using a different theme, you might be able to customize this part a little bit better there. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add some related products at the bottom. I'm going to add another section. It's going to be just one column. Go to advanced. And then let's add from the top, let's do about 50. And from the bottom, do about 50 as well. And then go ahead and look for related products related. Just drag that in there. And then go to your style. And make sure that you have this set to gray. It might be set to maybe red or some different color. Probably blue for the most part. That's usually what it is. But make sure you set this to this gray color. This one to gray. Have these all set to this global gray color here. And that should be great. Okay. All right, now click update. Go to our shop here and let's view our product. Okay, so that's looking great. So the next thing that we want to do is just mobile optimize this. So go ahead and just go to your tablet version here. Okay. So I'm seeing some issues here. So the first one is it doesn't have the spacing right here is kind of messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and just make this a little bit smaller here. Make this column. So click on this column here and do about, I think we can do about, should do about 40. Do about 40. Maybe we might actually want to make that 35 instead. Let's see, 35. 37. Oh, that's 27. 37. Okay, there we go. So that's about the spacing that I want. Now go ahead and click on this, and we might want to just adjust this a little bit. So maybe we can actually go to the boxes and let's adjust the spacing on this. Maybe we can even add some padding to this as well. So from the top, we can do about 10. Bottom about 10 as well. From each side, we can do about 5 and 5 on this side. And then let's go ahead and see if we can just make this text a little bit smaller here. And maybe for this one, we can move it to the left here. Okay, that is a lot better. See if we can maybe adjust the spacing here. Maybe we could spacing right here. And then we can just go ahead and bring this down a bit. There we go. So that works. Okay. And now that I noticed that, we can probably do that on the top here on the desktop version. If you did want to adjust the padding on this as well, you can do the same thing here. Maybe you want to do 10 at the top, 10 at the bottom. And or you can even have it at 15. However you wanted to do that. But just giving you that option there because I didn't really go through that. But anyway, let's go back to the tablet here. So now that that's looking good, go ahead and click on your section because we want to add some spacing to each side, and you'll kind of see that later on once I show you how it looks like in real time. So go to your padding here, and let's do 50. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys how that looks like, so then you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna click update, and then I'm gonna go into my shop here. And hopefully I didn't confuse any of you guys right there. So, and then I'm going to click on inspect. I love using this because I just adjust it and see if it's mobile optimized. Then I'm just going to drag this down. Okay, so now, okay. So now at this point, it's on tablet. So as you can tell, we can probably move this to the middle and then move this more to the right because apparently we do have that spacing there. But basically what I'm talking about here is maybe I want more spacing on each side here. So if I click on this section here, and then oops, and then I add some spacing from 50 to the top and 50 to the bottom, and then I can do maybe about 10 from the right and 10 to the left. Oops, sorry. We might actually want to do 20 instead, or at least 15. So then it's all even. Okay, now that's better. All right. Now we do have that issue there that I was showing you. So on tablet version, what I would do is just try to move this to the right side. Let's see if they have an option here to move to the right. If they don't, then we might just have to make this a little bit larger here. Basically just push this one to about 40. And maybe bring this to the middle. Sometimes you just really have to adjust those. I don't think this is still bad anyway. I think that's still pretty good. The spacing's not that bad. But then we do have that little issue there. So when you're adjusting these, these can kind of be a little bit iffy. So it's up to you, your preference on that. Not that many people use tablets, so it might not be that important for you, but it depends. So I'm honestly just gonna leave this at 35, at like 37. I think that'll be fine. And maybe I'll move this. You can even move this over a bit. But I think that's even a stretch. I'm just gonna leave it as is. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just take a look at everything else at the bottom here. So I'm gonna go to my shop here again, and choose my product. Okay, that still looks good. That's fine. And then my description looks good, and then my related products looks good. Okay. So now I'm just gonna adjust this on mobile here. So let's go to mobile. Now this one we do have to change up a few things here. This is fine. I mean, you can adjust this a little bit, but maybe make the text here a little bit bigger. But I think this is good. As far as the section spacing, click on the section, and maybe I would do about let's see, about 20 from the top, and let's see how the bottom is right here, and then let's do about 50 from the bottom. I think that'd be great. Yep, 50 from the bottom. Okay. And then right here, this area, let's go ahead and fix this here. So click on this column here, and just make this 50. And the column with our social icons, just make that 50 as well. There you go. Now that's looking great, but it's not in a good spot, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this section here. Just make sure you copy it, and then click on this section, and we want to just make this more responsive. So we want to hide this on mobile, but we still want it showing at the bottom here. So go ahead and just paste it right under this intersection here. So just right click it and then click paste. It's going to be right at the bottom. But let's add some spacing here from the top here. So click on this section, go to advanced, and then from the top, let's do about 20. And then go to responsive and make sure that this doesn't show on tablet or desktop, because you'll definitely have that issue. Basically what you'll end up seeing, just in case you forget, you'll end up seeing this right here, and that doesn't look good when you have two of them there. So let's go ahead and just make sure that that doesn't show up on tablet or desktop. Okay, now as you can tell, our button right here, now that might just be on Elementor. Let's go see why this button is kind of to the side there. It doesn't really look the greatest. So let's maybe make this a little smaller here. Okay, so our button does fit. It's just an issue with Elementor there. So you can add some space into each side if that's something that you wanted to do. Click on the section. Maybe you want to do 5 from the right and 5 from the left. That's up to you. I'm gonna leave it like that at 5. That's fine. So for this area, now let me go ahead and save this here, our badges. And let me go to one of the products so we see how this looks like in real time. Okay. So, I mean, it looks pretty good, but this line doesn't really go, to be honest, on mobile at least. So I'm gonna remove this border here on mobile. So click on your section, go to style, and then go to border, and then make sure on your width you set this to just 0. And then we want to go ahead and go to our, I think that's fine already. Let's see if it has the right spacing, because we might need to adjust the spacing here. As you can tell, there's more spacing here on the right. Sorry, on the left. So maybe we have to adjust the spacing here. Go to advanced. And then from the right, we can add some spacing here. Maybe do about 5. Actually, that's more inner. So I have to do this all together from in here. Let's do from the right. Let's do about 10, because I don't think we got some good spacing on there for that. Okay, now we'll start to see some spacing. We might even have to do 20 for that. Oop, not 20. Sorry, not 50. I mean, let's do 15. I think 15 will do it. Okay, 15 does give it that space, but I think I'm just going to do 10 instead. 10 is fine. Okay, let's go ahead and click on my shop here. Okay, that's fine. Now the only reason it looks like it's a little more spacing is because we have our little cursor thingy-mabob to scroll it down here. So that's kind of why. But besides that, I think it looks fine. Now you can add your own spacing to this. These are already kind of optimized in my opinion. I think that's fine. You can leave them like that, just stacked. Little share is perfect already. And then as far as the spacing, so let me scroll down here. Let me click on this section. Let me add some better spacing to this. Go to advanced. And then from the bottom, from the top, you want to do 50. Sorry, let me do 50. And then from the bottom, we want to do 50 as well. I think that's still fine. And then this one as well, make sure. Click on this from the top 50. And then from the bottom 50 as well. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay. I think that's great. Now let's go ahead and do our final product here. And this is how it should be looking on your website. Now, let me go ahead and just run you through some little errors or issues you might have in case you're using a different theme. So, if I go to the dashboard here, and I go to appearance and I go to themes, and I activate my Kadence theme, for instance, and then I go ahead and view how this looks. So, let's go to shop, and then let's go ahead and view this one here. As you can tell, everything else looks good, except for my add to cart button. So you just need to adjust this, and it's a little bit iffy to adjust, but you can go ahead and adjust that. Let me go ahead and refresh this. Okay, and as you can tell, we see the same issue here. So click on this. Go to on here, we just need to adjust our padding. So it's just going to be a little bit off. So we may have to do let's see, we may have to just adjust this. Nope, we may have to do 10 from the top or 15 from the top, and then here we may have to do 50 from the bottom or something like that. We can do 60 just to make it larger, and then we can do 20 from the top, and then you have to adjust this as well. So now you're just gonna have to do the same thing here, and we can actually click on this. Sorry, so it's gonna be 20 to 60. So go to your quantity and do 20 from the top, and then let's see if I do 60 or, oh no, never mind. So these just still have to be even. So we can do 30 and then 30 at the bottom, and just kind of work your way up until you find that sweet spot where everything fits perfectly. Maybe we can do 35 or 35 on here. I'm just gonna do 40, screw it. And it's gonna make my button bigger, that's fine. That's cool. And we just adjust our text here. So go to your button, and then just maybe make the text a little bit bigger, and make the weight about, maybe do 600, or yeah, do 600 for sure. And then click update. And let's go ahead and view this again here. Now it's still a little bit clunky, so you just kind of have to mess with that and just find the sweet spot. Maybe just adjust your padding a little bit. Let me refresh this. Okay, like I said, it's just finding the sweet spot pretty much. I know it's a little bit clunky on here, but this is how it would look. It will look better on your website. There we go. So kind of just have to mess around with this in order to just fix it. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys did find this helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will definitely help us out a lot. And if you guys have any questions on this, which I feel like you guys will, just go ahead and comment down below. And if you guys haven't already, if you guys want to learn how to sell websites, I do have a Facebook group where we just chat about selling websites, and we go live at least once a week. So if you guys want to join that, I have that down in the description. If you guys want to learn how to start your own website agency, I also have a course for that. It's also down in the description, so make sure to check that out. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.